Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I am Laura, and if you are new here, welcome. If you've been with me off and on over the last few years, thanks for joining me again. I know last week we put up a little video, supposed to be a short little video, but it ended up being so much longer because the kids were just so excited that they were going to be on YouTube and they wanted to talk and just have some fun with Gigi. So that's what we did. If you guys saw that video, thanks for watching it, because really, yes, it was to say I'm coming back to YouTube, but it was more for the kids just to have fun and feel like they were superstars. They're on YouTube and they can't wait to tell their friends that they're going to be on YouTube. It was sort of cute. But anyways, I am going to come back. I've got to come back for many reasons. Mostly is the accountability. I need the accountability. So if you are new here, again, welcome. But I'll give you a short synopsis of the backstory. I started my channel for accountability on weight loss back in 2019 with keto, sort of fell off, came back with some OMAD, some intermittent fasting, lost 57 pounds doing OMAD in 2021-ish. I may have the years wrong because so much has happened, but I think it was 2021 when I started OMAD, and lost from, I think it was 230 or maybe a little more down to 170 in like 10 months. And was doing really well on it, fell off the wagon and never could get my life regrouped again. Started dating after being single and not dating for 8 years. And then that sort of threw me off on the diet aspect, because when you're dating, you know, it's always going out to eat and doing things and let's go here, there, and the other. So that sort of slowed my weight loss journey down, and I actually started gaining weight and probably put on about 15 to 20 pounds during that process of the dating era, and went through a bad breakup. And then life really happened. I thought the breakup was bad enough, but I lost 2 grandsons in a house fire in April of this year, a 3-year-old and a 6-year-old. And life sort of changed at that moment for me. And I decided I did not want to do YouTube anymore. I was pretty much done. I went into quite a depression for a little while. And a lot of times for me, I don't deal well with depression, and I've always just been one of those, just put your big girl panties on and move on and just get it done. You know, you can't lay around and wallow in things. So I started eating again, and being the emotional eater, I have eaten all through summer and trying not to deal with life, or not knowing how to exactly deal with life at this point now. I was running from things, you know, running from my weight loss, now weight gain, literally just trying to stay busy, do anything I could to not think about what's going on in my world, in my children's world, and in the family, and all the pain. And it's difficult, even though these are my stepchildren, they're still my babies. And sometimes I was finding it even difficult for me to even talk to her, because I didn't know what to say to my daughter. You know, it's like, how do you talk to somebody that's gone through something so traumatic? There's no words, there's nothing you can do or say. So all these things have been going on all summer long, and it's been a rough year. This year has been an extremely rough year. The last time I've had a year this bad was 2015. So, and that was when I went through my divorce and my daughter had cancer and blah, blah, blah. So anyways, Laura has been running from life. And not in the physical realm of running that I should be doing. I just flat gave up. I stopped doing pretty much everything but eating and drinking and trying to stay busy. You know, let's go do something over here. Let's go do, just so you wouldn't have to think about real issues. So for some of y'all who do know and don't know, I'm trying to do a half marathon in every state. And this summer I went on a 11-day, well, it's more 12 days, but 11 races through 11 different states to get a lot of the states that I needed. And then I had Alaska in July, and I am now at state 49. So when I say I literally need to be running, I literally do, because I'm trying to do all these races, but I couldn't. I ended up just walking all these races that I had this summer, because the weight has been coming on, and steadily eating. And now I have one state left, which is Montana, next June. And I've just decided I've got to stop. I don't want to go into my last state for this 50th state celebration at 250 pounds, because that's the trajectory I'm on if I don't stop and catch myself now. So I'm trying to rein it back in, and it's not easy, guys. It's not easy. I have not been doing any kind of intermittent fasting. I haven't been doing anything that I should be doing for me, and I can feel it. Like, my elbows are rough again. When I was doing all that fasting, my elbows were smooth and soft. Now my elbows are rough, and I know my body is sick again. My blood pressure's sky high again. Well, that's, because of everything that's going on and all the stuff that I've been under. And then there's some other things that have happened through the summer, which I'll get to here in a minute, but I don't want this video to go way too long. So I know I need to get back to the fasting for my health reasons, if nothing else. My skin don't look as well. As a matter of fact, I had a dermatologist appointment, I guess a couple months ago, and they found a small cancer cell on the side of my nose and face. So much is happening. I'm 52 now. Things are changing. I should have never stopped, but I did. And so this is where we're at now. So it's back to ground zero. We're back to the bottom level again. And so many other things have changed and gone on. When I got back from Alaska in July, my job had called me in. I literally thought I was getting fired. I'm not even going to lie. I didn't know what to expect, but they asked if I wanted to help out in the office some as like a backup for dispatch and routing, because I'd done some routing at the post office. It wasn't like routing the routes. What I did at the post office was more like I would go out with the carriers and see how many stops they had, and how much mail towards their stops, and see if their routes needed to be added to or taken away from. So it was still a form of routing, but I wasn't like literally routing out how they went through their route. That is what I'm doing here now, is adding children to the bus route and routing their routes for the best efficient way for the bus to go. So what ended up happening is I was doing that from the middle of July, end of July actually, all the way through school starting and running my route on top. So I would go in at 5 o'clock in the morning, go do my bus route 6-ish to 8:30, come back in the office, train, learn, all this new stuff, which is all new to me. Through the midday, take about an hour lunch, come back, run my PM route, and come back in for the day. So I literally have been putting in anywhere from 10 and a half to 12, some days even longer, because I was still doing field trips. There was some weeks I ended the week with over 60 hours. It was 2 weeks in a row. I was 63 hours back to back. Literally, I'm working myself in the ground. I'm exhausted. So that added on top of everything else going on. It did keep my mind busy where I wasn't thinking about what's going on in my world, but at the same time, I'm not eating right. There's no time to exercise. I'm exhausted. All I'm able to do is work, eat, sleep, repeat. So we had a dispatcher actually leave, and the job came up. Everybody that was interested in it had to actually apply for it. We had to go through a whole interview process, the whole 9 yard. And I was actually offered the position a couple weeks ago. So I am now officially not a bus driver anymore. I am working in dispatch, but when we are shorthanded and people call in sick or something happens, then I will actually have to go drive routes. So I'm learning a whole lot of new routes now too, which is another stress level on top. So life right now, when I say it's chaotic, super busy, and I feel out of control, I absolutely do. But I've got to find something to get me back focused and get me back to getting my life on track. So this is all I know to do, is to reach out to my YouTube family and say, okay, I've got to check in with you guys. I've got to be interactive with you guys again. And I've got to start focusing on me and putting myself as priority once again. And that's something that I let slip when I started dating. I literally let my goals and my priorities just go. and that's over and done with. So I decided October 1st was going to start off fresh, and I'm going to start trying to do better. And so that's where we're at. I started trying to eat a little better. Not saying I'm doing anything major right now. I'm just trying to ease my way back into things. Did a little bit of OMAD the first week. I'm ashamed to say my starting weight October 1st was 209.6. That's how much I have gained through the summer. I don't even remember where I was on my last few videos, but I was hitting that 210 mark hard and heavy. So doing some OMAD, and like I said, trying to ease my way back into some intermittent fasting and trying to give the Dr. Peppers up again and let the wine go. All the same things that were the culprits the first time around is things that I'm going to have to do this time too. So that's where I'm at right now. I am just day by day, we're going to do something and try to improve on one thing. Maybe right now it's just the diet, and maybe in a few weeks I'm starting back with the exercise. I've just got to do little baby steps. And I think we see this weight loss journey as I've got 50 pounds to lose, and so that's probably exactly where I'm at. I need 40 to 50 pounds. And it's a huge elephant. I know I've said this in other videos. It's a huge elephant, and we get overwhelmed with 50 pounds, 100 pounds, whatever it is you've got, and that gets stuck in our head, and it's just like, how am I going to do this? So I've said it before, the old saying is, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. It's little baby steps. And that's exactly what it is. It's little baby steps. Today, I decided to clean my walk-in closet out in my bedroom. And my bedroom, I just pulled everything out and threw it on the bed. And I literally felt like a bomb had gone off in the bedroom. I mean, a tornado had hit. There's stuff everywhere. But I did this and I threw it all on the bed because I knew Amazon was bringing me a 3-inch foam bed topper sometime today. And my back has been killing me with this new bed. I do not like it. That's a whole nother story about my furniture situation. And so I ordered this gel topper to see if that's going to help. And I knew that it was coming in today. So if everything was on the bed, I've got to do something with it so I can get back in bed tonight. So it literally all morning, I've spent like 4 hours working on that closet this morning, getting rid of a lot of clothes, packing things down that I want to keep for t-shirt, blankets, whatever the case. But I finally got through the entire closet. It probably needs a second or a third run through because there's still a lot of clothes I kept I probably shouldn't have and didn't need to, but I got the first round done. So the bed is cleaned off and everything's back in the closet. That's going back in the closet for today. And it was one bite at a time. I literally one bite. I would work on hats, and then I would have to take a break. And then I would go back and I would work on, my running clothes. And then I would take another break. And that's what took me so long, is because I'm literally having to do it in segments. And that's the way the weight loss is going to have to be. Maybe 5-pound segments, 2-pound, whatever it is, slow and steady. The goal is 2 pounds a week. I won't hit that every week. I know that because I know how this goes. My numbers go up and down, up and down, up and down. I know how this goes. So small bites, small bites. That's what I'm going to tell myself. We're going to start out with small baby steps. Let's work on getting the diet under control, getting rid of the Cokes again, getting rid of the alcohol again, start putting exercise back in. My problem, guys, right now is I don't know where I'm going to fit it into my day. That's the whole thing. The exercise is really bothering me. I'm like, do I get up at 3:30 in the morning and try to go get a little bit of exercise in before I have to be at work at 5? Or do I wait till I get off at 5:30 in the afternoon? Now I'm so mentally and physically exhausted, I don't want to go exercise. And I know I don't. I've talked to myself for the last 2 weeks, and I just don't. I leave work, and all I want to do is come home and go to bed. I'm still trying to get adjusted to working these long hours. The kids are laughing at me. It's like, oh my gosh, Mom, we put in 12-hour days all the time. I'm like, yeah, you do. And you're 20s, 30s now. I'm not anymore. I did that in my 20s. And it was tough back then, but I got used to it. I'm hoping I'll get used to this too, but right now it's kicking the booty a little bit. So I've got to figure out how I'm going to work in this exercise. I thought about maybe going and doing it on my lunch break, But to be totally honest, I'm gonna tell you what I've been doing on my lunch break. I leave work about 11, 11:30, and I come home, I feed and water the animals, and I go lay down and rest for about an hour. I have to lay down and close my eyes just to make the afternoon. And that will get better when the weight starts coming off, because I used to have to do this at work when I worked at the hospital. On my lunch break, I'd go and get my car for 30 minutes. I was just so tired, and that is from this inflammation and extra weight. I know what it is. So there's thousands of reasons for me to get back on track and do this, and I've just got to do it. So again, I'm coming back to you guys for accountability, and I'm just going to do my weigh-ins again on Monday and get a video posted for you guys and let y'all know where I'm at each week. Good, bad, and ugly, just like before. It's the best thing I got right now. Living one day at a time and just doing what I can do. So just wanted to give y'all a little, here it is, here's where we're at, update, what's been going on, where I'm at. Lots have changed in the last few months since we talked last. I know I did a little update while I was out of town and was excited that I was there and doing those things and got the states knocked out that I needed, but my heart was still not in it. I mean, I just was not in getting back on YouTube. And so I've been thinking about doing it because I know that scale has gone up. And then when I talked to the grandkids the other day, they're like, come on, Gigi, you got to do this, you know, because they actually watch my videos sometimes, especially Jonah, my grandson. He'll go over to his other grandmas and they'll put my videos on. I think that is so funny, but he likes to watch his Gigi on YouTube. So I'm coming back, I'm letting you guys know where we're at, what's going on, and just starting from ground zero. So if you want to join me for this journey and see where it goes, come on and jump in. If you want to try to get into some intermittent fasting, OMAD, some alternate day fasting, I'm sure I'm going to be doing a lot of all that. I've been really thinking about getting back to the ADF. As hard as it is, it works for me. So we'll see. Right now, I'm easing back into things and doing a little bit of a 1 meal a day type thing for this week and see what happens. And then I'll probably really get back into the ADF a little more in the next few coming weeks, because I'm sick of not being able to get into my clothes. It's really bad. So anyways, guys, just want to say, hey, I'm coming back. I really am this time. And I will check in with you guys and put a video up each week and see how we're doing. All right, guys, I will talk to y'all later. I'll check in, let y'all know what happens this week. Bye.